It is January 16th, 2020, 2:35 p.m. This is episode 757. Yesterday I put in an extra shout out, like into the social media shares, about, hey, come on in and I'll give you I'll say your name on YouTube. If you come in and leave a comment, and now today I only have one comment. That's from Ariel. Anyway, so I was drawing this cartoon about the oath that senators have to take before the impeachment trial, and about how they're going to swear to do impartial justice and stuff, and several of them have already talked about how they're going to violate it. They've already planned on it. I mean, they don't mention the oath, but they talk about, we made up our mind, we don't want to, and they don't want to hear any witnesses. Lindsey Graham said that he doesn't want to hear anything else. Like I don't want to hear any more facts. I don't want to hear any more details. Don't. Just gotta save Donald Trump. And Mitch McConnell's going to coordinate the whole thing with the White House, do it the way that they want. So, in my what I did in drawing this, I drew a bunch of Republicans, and now, of course, some Democrats have also pointed out their opinion, what they think of, and they plan to impeach the guy. But here's the thing, though: the difference with that is that there's been a lot of evidence about that pretty just shows Donald Trump guilty. But none of these Democrats have said that they're not open to hearing more evidence, more witnesses, stuff that could actually clear Donald Trump. None of them has come out and said that they don't want to hear that kind of crap. Republicans have come out and said that they don't want to hear anything that indicts Donald Trump. So that's the difference. That was my page right there. The website, not my page, but the page I was using, the Senate Republicans. I read my blog like last Thursday. I woke up and I felt all nauseous and queasy and everything. And then after looking at the site all day, that page, the Republican faces, kind of felt the same way. There are some freaky looking people in the Republican Party. I gotta tell you that, man. There's just a lot of forehead. Seriously. Go look at that page. It's on my blog, today's blog. Lots of forehead. So what I did here, I drew all the Republicans on these caricatures, and I was making up my mind which caricatures to do while I was doing it. I mean, when I started, I knew I was going to do McConnell, Graham, and Cruz, and that was it. And then, as I went through it, it's like, well, who else is well known? Who else can be identified with the way I draw them? And then from there, it's like, who else is just going to be fun to draw? So, who else has been loud on vocal this year? Rand Paul was one of those. John Kennedy was another. I've never liked Tom Cotton very much, so he made it. He made the cut. I put Cindy Hyde-Smith in because, man, I really don't like her. And her mouth makes me sick. Look at her mouth. It just annoys the out of me. And then, of course, when I saw Rick Scott and was reminded that he is a senator, it's like, oh, I got to put that Voldemort-looking fucker in here. But after I had them down a little bit, I went and recorded me going back over it and fixing things up and where I'm going to put the hands. This is the second swearing in cartoon that I've done this week. Vastly different, though, I like to think. And in the blog, I put down who each of the senators are. So, who they be, in case you can't recognize them all. I don't think that's my best Rick Scott there. Could have done, but that's not even my best Rand Paul either. I put Johnny Ernst in there because I don't know why. I just want to draw her. I liked her hair. Like, I'm going to put her hair in there. She's not one of the freaky looking ones either. I mean, she's like the grandmother you might have over, whose hair is super stiff and all done up, but she's not one of the real freaky ones. The rest of you, they're all freaky. That's Ben Sass at the very end. Right before Ben Sass. Was that guy from Kansas? I think. Anyway, only one shout out today. We're going to give it to Ariel. Ariel said the last cartoon is definitely a crowd scene, even if it's a crowd of male. LOL. I like your joke. Ariel, then, if you think that was a crowd scene, is this one kind of a crowd scene? Maybe it's just a bunch of people scene. Why did I make Graham pink? I'm not too sure. He just kind of comes off pink, and maybe because he has a pig nose, so I think he should be kind of pink. Why did I make Ted Cruz yellow? I think it just fits. No one has commented on that. Also, no one has caught on that I gave everybody a brown nose. You don't see it yet, it's at the very end. Yeah, but they get. I don't even know if I recorded that part. TV is the Impeachment trial and all that junk. Over the swearing ins. I was watching that for a minute. I was intrigued by it, but then I lost interest. Watching senators walk up and sign. It's amazing how long it takes each one of them to sign their names. It took Ted Cruz 15 minutes to sign Ted Cruz. All right. And I was waiting for one of them to make an ass out of themselves while signing. Just have an issue about something. A Republican, of course. None of them did, though. I was shocked. Click the red button, subscribe, and if you leave a comment, I will say your name in the next video. And I'll play more guitar in the next video. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.